Hello, I'm Helge Pedersen, and today I'm going to show you how to change the air filter on the 1200 GS. We are here in the beautiful garage of Chris Poland. My own bike is, as we speak, on the way to Istanbul for the Silk Road, so Chris has been nice enough to let us play with his brand new 1200 GS. We were out riding the other day. We might have picked up some sand and dust. Normally I wouldn't check a bike that fast after a little tour, but like when we go on the Silk Road, which is like 8,000 miles, usually half through the trip I would take out and I check the air filter. I always carry one with me. Looks like this. Kind of a little difficult to pack and stuff, but some people I've seen, they found this Tupperware or a plastic container. Find a creative way to carry it. It's a good filter, it's small, it's light, but it's also vulnerable. You don't want to break it. And on top of that, Touratech has been nice enough to give us this brand new filter. I never tried it before. This is going to be a first. It's a foam filter. And we will see how that works. See if it fits in there. And it also has a very interesting pre-filter sock, because when we get in here, we're going to look at it, and there is a funnel that sucks in the air. And if you then can pre-filter it, I'm actually more excited about this one than the filter itself. This one's going to go inside and take the worst bugs, butterflies, rocks, whatever get you in there, and take that around the funnel and lock it off. But let's first see if we can get in there. The first thing we do, take off the seat of the bike, and then we're going to take off these panels here because the air filter is sitting in there someplace. We just need to get it off. So here we have the 3 screws that we took out, there, here, and here. And then this one comes off. Just one little thing about these guys. They're nice to know they are lubricated, but especially in cold weather, you can have a heck of a time. And I actually pulled off some of these on my 1150, I remember. Just a little note on that, be careful when you pull them up. Don't bend to the side and stuff, just especially in cold weather, they can break. So then I think I can just take off this guy. Oops, no. I have to get in under here too, but I'm too lazy to take up this in front here. So let's see if that's enough, just taking off this guy here. Should be. And you know, it's pretty easy with this bike. If you want a different paint job on it, then you just take off. What is that? Take this off, get it painted, custom painted, whatever, one on each side. All of a sudden you have a custom painted job. Why not? So, as you see, that was pretty easy to get off. It was only these two covers, if you call it, I guess. And then we are into the filter. 4 screws, and here you have the filter. The filter is sitting inside there, and here comes the funnel out. So if you follow that to the front, you will see that the air is coming in front of the bike here. And a good thing about that, to know about the air filter, is if you're going to go through deep rivers, which you might have to do in your adventures, it's good to put the bike not on the center stand, but fully loaded with you on, and have somebody go up and measure the height up to the air intake. And I bet you it's around, I haven't done it myself yet, but I bet you it's around the knee height, and see just on your own where it is. Because if you come to that big river and you are thinking, can I get through there or not? Then just walk through and see if the water goes over your knee, then you know, that's going to be a problem. Even though it's in the front and it probably will make a little wake as you go through the water, depends on how long you're going to go and how fast you're going to go through there. But just, I'm not going to go into the details of crossing rivers and forging deep water, but keep it in mind. This is where the air come in for your bike. So then we're going to open these little locks here, and it's kind of difficult to see here, but there are little locking mechanism there and here. You just go with your finger in front, take this one, and then you take this one. There. It came loose, and it came loose. And that's all there is to it. There. So. And the little locking thing I was dealing with there is this. So just be aware that in cold weather, again, that can be a little tight. And I've seen it on other bikes, not the 1200. I don't have enough experience with that, but they can break off here. It's not like a disaster if it happens, but you sure want to pay attention to it. So that's the funnel. All your air come in here, and that's where Touratech has made this little thing that goes in, little snorkel thing. We're going to take after, put that in, and a zip tie around there, and that's going to just take the worst of dirt that come in through your air intake. But what we are doing here now, we just want to take this air filter out. From here on, it's pretty easy. I mean, just be a little careful how you take it out. There. Not a bad filter at all. As you see, if I do like that, not much dirt there. I wouldn't even bother to open up the new one, but again, I'm just doing this to show you that this is how easy it is to put in a new air filter. What you should pay attention to, though, if you have a really dirty filter, some people say, oh, just blow it out with high pressure. Well, be very careful with that, because you're forcing air through here and you can clog it up and get dirt in on the wrong side. If you were going to blow through it, I would just very lightly blow through here, and I would just go like this, separate it and get it apart, get out all the particles, inspect it. Because each of these little folds, it's like a pocket, and it creates a lot of surface for air to have the possibility to go through, so it doesn't get clogged up. Opposed to just having one of these going across here, it will clog up in no time. So it's like an accordion deal. But let's have a look at the other one. I haven't even opened that yet, but you know, I'm excited about it, but I'm also a little reserved about it, because you heard about perhaps K&N filter. I think nobody should use K&N filter when you go to adventure touring. If you use it on the racetrack and stuff, I have no clue. I'm not even going to go there. That's probably a good thing, and if you do it in the correct conditions. I used K&N filter. It was the biggest mistake I ever did when I traveled. The K&N filter is like this, or like this. They are like foam, but what they are very sensitive. It's easy to get a hole in them. It's easy to puncture them. And I've seen people, even on one guy on our tour, he gave away a KLR 650 Kawasaki because it was sucking in too much dirt, and it just lost compression on the tour. But enough said about that. That's why I'm still a little skeptical about these foam filters, because you have to wash them under the right condition, you have to read the instruction, and you have to make them moist, like you see on my hands here. You see the shine here, it's oil on them. But these are pretty cool. But again, why not stick with the original? It's so easy. but this would just go in here. And then you put on the funnel. That's all it is to it. So again, since this is a brand new product and I haven't had any experience with it, I'm not going to say that it's a good or bad. On just the observation, it's available. Somebody need to test it out. It's not going to be me. But I really, really like that funnel there. So I'm going to have one of those with me and put it on my bike when I come to Istanbul in a couple of weeks here for that ride. But let's put it back again now. So pretend this is a brand new air filter, or you just inspected it like we did. All you need to do, make sure that this surface here is clean, because the point of it is you want all the air to come in here, not any byway. You want it to go through there. You don't want any pollution coming in. So stick it in here first. Okay, there. Hoppa. Make sure you get all of one of the wings of it came outside. It's really important. It's not that tricky. You just have to kind of fumble a little, but make sure you get a good seating. And while you are in here, while you're doing all of this, I always use the opportunity to see, here is a crossover throttle for the throttle body, for the butterfly on the fuel injector. And, you get the chance to look inside, inspect your bike. There are screws that could have been loose for the frame, for the subframe here. It's always a good thing when you work on a bike. And again, I'm not going to put this funnel on right now, but you've seen how it works. I think that's a pretty neat thing. Since I have so greasy fingers now, I'm just going to grease this up a little. Make sure everything is clean here. But basically, you can't go wrong as these are sitting up against it here. Then we're going to go in. That's the hole it's going to go to. Like you see, I don't do this every day, so there. And again, as you probably can see, that this is nothing I do every day as a mechanic, so I kind of have to make sense of it all. And that's okay. That's probably with you too. You have to see how it goes in and just make sure. And always, if it comes to making a lot of force, and you shouldn't. Just back off and try over again and try a different way. And there it clicks. And that one already clicked back. There it is. So that is all what you need to do to change your filter. All what we need to do now is put on the covers here, and that's about it. Easy thing to do.